So it came out in the Georgia Senate hearing that Vice President Kamala Harris and Fani Willis, as well as the Georgia mayor, met up. And I'm just wondering, what did they talk about? Was it strategic planning to bring down Trump? We don't know. We can only speculate. I don't think I heard this in the news that they met up. So at this point, I'm calling Ashleigh Merchant a whistleblower because she's blowing the lid wide open, way open on a lot of matters that most of us didn't know anything about. It was supposed to be, I guess, a secret, but she's blowing the lid wide open. So I'm sure now that she has mentioned that there was a meeting between Harris, Willis, and the mayor of Atlanta. Now there's going to be another hearing to know what was said, because if they did not disclose it, the committee is going to want to hear exactly what was said in that meeting. Some people are saying it was a meeting orchestrated to bring down Trump, and that is on a whole new level. Illegalities on so many levels. But let's get into this video. This particular portion of the testimony of Ashleigh Merchant has to do with her allegations that these people met up, Fani Willis, Kamala Harris, as well as Georgia mayor. And she specifically pointed out it was before the indictment of Trump. So we don't know if it was orchestrated to bring him down, to indict him, to tie him up before the 2024 election. We don't know. We can only speculate, but it's up to these committees to figure it out. It was a bombshell, actually, because I am only wondering, and I guess a lot of people are wondering, what were they meeting about? Because Ashleigh Merchant also revealed that the meeting was held before the filing that Trump was trying to steal the election out there in Georgia.
One of the other things I did was I did a open records for the White House access, and we had records that Ms. Willis and the mayor of Atlanta were at meeting with the vice president.
Okay, and so this is the access history. How does that work? The White House keeps records if anybody comes in and has any kind of official meeting, for sure.
Yes, and my understanding is it's highly regulated who can access the White House, and so you have to apply in person or apply ahead of time, and then they give you a time when you make the appointment, and they give you a time when you're allowed to be in and when you have to be out by, and they track you. And I mean, that makes sense. They don't want anybody lingering in the White House, but they keep that, and so they're called WAVE records, I believe is what they're called. And I'm not sure what that's an acronym for, but they're publicly available. They're open records.
And this record that's shown on the screen shows Fani Willis was a visitor with the POTUS. I presume that's Vice President of the United States.
Yes, it was.
And what was the date of that back in, was that February sometime of 23?
February 28, 2023.
Is that before the indictment?
Yes.
Okay. Any further explanation of why Ms. Willis was meeting with the Vice President of the United States?
No. I know Dexter Bonds, and I believe that's the same one that Mr. I think it's Dixon, the mayor of Atlanta, was also there.
Okay.
So I'm getting the feeling that this really wasn't relevant to the testimony. However, Ashleigh Merchant wanted to blow the whistle on a number of things. And you can call her a whistleblower at this point because all of these allegations are going to be looked into. Right now, the Ethics Committee is holding a meeting this morning on DA Fani Willis and all these allegations. And no doubt, when they're done with that, pertaining to the ethics of all the things she's accused of doing while in office, the same thing she was accusing of the last person who held that seat of doing, it's alleged that she's doing the same thing. I'm saying alleged because the Georgia Senate Committee have not ruled as yet. So at this point, everything is alleged. So it looks like if Fani Willis is indeed in a world of trouble because all these committees are now investigating her. She was supposed to be investigating Trump, who was accused of trying to steal an election, allegedly steal an election out there in Georgia. Now the shoe is on the other foot. Now she's the one who have to answer to all these committees. And that is known as an ironic twist of faith. So we're waiting for the ethics committee and what they have to say this afternoon in a press conference. I'm sure they're going to be holding a press conference, and I'll be waiting. What about you? On that note, I'm over and out. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to hit the like bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. Thank you.